So for day 3 and the third bundle of this week, I am using the Pop-Up Cards 5x7 mechanism with the It's a Gnome's Life stamp and die set and the Bugs stamp and die set. And I just thought these 3 would work really well together. I have also just used the arrow from the Actions set, but you can draw an arrow, you can write the word pull. You know, a lot of you might already have arrow dies and stuff from other collections anyway. You don't need a large die machine for this one. It will all go through your standard die machine because it's 5x7 size as well. I've got all my pieces ready here. So in the die set, you want to cut this main one here, which I've done so. Okay, and you'll see it gives you your slots. Then you want to cut the base piece, and I've cut this one here. I'll explain the inking in a moment. And then you got your pull tab, which is this one here. And you want to cut that twice and stick it together. This is all 300 GSM smooth cardstock. This has been sized to fit perfectly on a 5x7 card blank. So you'll see when I stick this one over the top, we've got a nice border. Okay, so I've got my 5x7, I think this is a top fold, yeah, top fold. These are store-bought ones. So I wanted to do a little bit of inking on this one. And what I've done is when you've cut both of them, I just got a bit of sticky tape, put it behind that one and just sat it over the top. Make sure it lines up perfectly. It will just sit below the bottom slot there. So it looks like one piece. And then I blended a background and I've used squeezed lemonade at the bottom, then blended it into picked raspberry, then into wilted violet, and then blueprint sketch. So if you want to create something similar, those are the colours I used, and then I've coloured my images to match all of that as well. Once you've inked that up, or whatever, you know, you might be cutting this with pattern paper. If you're using a pattern paper, stick it onto your card, so cut that piece twice because you want it to be nice and strong. This is going to be slightly lifted with some foam, and I'm going to have this cute gnome popping out. So he will appear like so. Little tip, what I like to do is once you cut this, is just take your piercing tool and just open up the little slots a little bit there, just so it's easy to slide this through. This mechanism is, you know, it's a simple sliding one, but sometimes you might have rough edges. If you just get a little bit of wax, I always keep a little bit of, it's just from a tea light, just rub it down the sides of there, rub it around there and buff it off, and that will just make everything nice and smooth. You want to feed this in, so you go under and then over and push that right down. You're then going to attach whatever it is that you want popping out. The thinner tape you use, the more of your image that will pop out. So I've just got a very thin tape here. I'm just going to run that along the bottom, because whatever you stick on here becomes your stopper as well as your element that appears. I'm now going to sit him on the bottom and then do a test, and you'll see how he's going to pop up. You don't have to add this part here. You might be having something that's maybe got a flying movement. So the whole of this background might be clouds or a blended inky sky scene that you've done. You could have a plane here and it just moves across. It could be a rocket. So you don't even have to use that over the top. It's a really fun mechanism. It works for so many different occasions. But I will now need to stick this over the top so that he can hide inside. I'm just going to use some foam tape, and you just want to make sure that you can see whatever, you know, you might have something that's a bit wider. Make sure that your foam isn't going to obviously stop that working. So I've got this foam tape here, which is, it's thick, but I've got the space. But if it was, you know, if I needed some more room, I'd just maybe cut this in half. So I'm just going to line this up now. And then again, do a little test. We've got a pop-up. And then on the back, you can cover all of this. Just don't touch this part here. So again, I don't think, no, I've got no more of that left. So I'm just going to use, I've got my big squares here. So I'm just going to put a few of these. You don't have to use foam. It can just be double-sided tape. So if you're, you know, posting it and you're worried about the dimension, then you can just use double-sided tape here, but just, or even a glue, but just make sure the glue doesn't go too close. So obviously when you squash it, you might spread the glue out a little bit further, but that will be enough. And now I'm going to attach this to my card fold. So I'm just focusing on the border there, making sure that's all nice. There we go. And again, just do a little test. So we've got that all working how we want it. So now I'm going to add in all of these bits here. Now I've got my sentiment here, which, oh, I might stamp that directly onto here, which I can still do now. That will still work, but I was thinking the sentiment there, maybe a little bit lower. I've taken the butterfly also from the bug set. So that's the sentiment, have a bug-tastic birthday. I've got the butterfly, and then we've got the bees, the butterfly, the snail, and they're all going to be around that as well. So I thought him down here, and then this one is going to be sat on a toadstool like this. Again, everything that you're going to kind of stick down, just make sure that when you bring out your pop-up, it's not going to interfere with it. In fact, maybe I might bring him down. I might have him down lower, and then might keep him popped out for a minute. Have that one maybe there instead. And then I was going to have these toadstools maybe along, like a little cluster of them there, some of them down here, the butterfly up there, something like that. All the little flowers around the sentiment. But every time you stick something down, just make sure that it doesn't interfere with obviously the workings there, and you want to keep it all within that size. I'm going to crack on and get that done, and then I'll show you at the end. So there is the card all close up. So you can see all the lovely detail. And again, when you pull your tab, you've got the lovely name popping up there. I think it looks adorable. So I hope you've enjoyed card number 3 from me and the bundle that I have attached to this one. All the products are always linked in the description box below, and also go over to the website and see what other things are on there as well, because there's magazines, other brands and lots more. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.